The USMNT have defeated Saudi Arabia 1-0 in their second match of the group stage in the 2025 Gold Cup. And as of right now, they are in the driver's seat to finish first in their table and in their group, which is crucial, especially because we don't want to play Mexico in the next round. But it wasn't all positive, even though we won this game. A lot of negatives through this game, especially in the first half. Very lackluster, a lot of red flags, and some players are going to have to step it up if they want to win the 2025 Gold Cup. Now, starting off with some players that really struggled in the first half, I think Freeman did not play well. Now, Freeman had to play more as a center back because even though they're playing 4 from the back, it was really 3 center backs and Arfson was down the left flank. I think Freeman got caught on an island and he was ball watching way too much. He got exposed on a couple through balls where he just got absolutely beat down, and he's gotten beat down a couple times throughout this tournament in the last couple friendlies. He's going to have to play better, especially if he's wanting to. Hey, if you're enjoying the video, make sure you give it a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're trying to hit 8,000 subscribers by the end of the Club World Cup, and with your help, I know we can reach that goal. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't already and hit that little bell notification so you never miss any of my videos. Now, back to the video. Try to get his way into being on the 2026 World Cup roster, which I don't think is going to happen. I think he's not ready yet. He's not ready yet. A lot of red flags. We'll see what happens with Freeman going down the stretch. Just not it, okay? I think Chris Richards was really good. I want to flip over to someone who played really well in the back line. It was Chris Richards. Chris Richards played incredible in this match. Chris Richards under Pochettino is better than we ever saw him under Greg Berhalter, ever. This is one of the bright spots under Pochettino thus far, is just what he's been able to do or elevate Chris Richards and Malik Tillman, which we'll get into him in a little bit. They have played incredibly. Chris Richards was the most important player of why we won this game. The clearances, the sturdiness, the confidence, just comfortability in the back line. He is the most important defender on this roster. He's the most important defender, I think, even when we had the full A squad, because you have to have good center backs or you're in trouble. Chris Richards is coming into his own. He has been for Crystal Palace for a couple years now, but he's finally starting to realize the potential for the USMNT, and you love to see it. Tim Ream, Tim Ream is Tim Ream. He's almost 40 years old, not really giving you anything crazy at this point. Another player that played really bad in the first half, and honestly through the whole game, and my friend Derek Ritchie has coined him. This is his nickname now, Patrick Ajimong, a.k.a. Bambi. Bambi on ice. Patrick Ajimong is just way too awkward of a player. He's big. He's 6'4". He's supposed to be good in hold-up play. He's really not. He can't create any chances. He can't finish any chances. He has no business being on this roster. I've said this countless times. He cannot be on the USMNT roster. He is probably your 8th, 9th option striker. He's just not the guy. He's not the guy for Charlotte FC, let alone the USMNT. And you see this time and time again. Now, Haji Wright had to miss this game. Some people said it was for a wedding. I'm not really sure if that's true, what the case may be. I think Haji Wright has to be the striker going forward. He has to be the striker going forward. Or Damian Downs. It just can't be Ajimong. You know what he is at this point. He's just not good. He's not good. I'm not a fan of him. If we will not win the Gold Cup if he's the starting striker. I thought Tillman played okay in this game. This wasn't his best game. In the first half, he was a ghost. He was unnoticeable. He didn't do anything in the first half. And we'll get into the second half thoughts a little bit. But the first half was non-existent. He's got to be better and more consistent. Remember, we've seen him play better under Pochettino than he did under Greg Berhalter, but he's got to be consistent throughout the whole game. He can't just be playing halves. He's got to be playing the full game, 90 minutes, contributing the whole time, or most time, right? I mean, he's not going to be perfect, but he's got to be better than what he was today. I think Sebastian Berhalter had his best game as a USMNT player. Struggled last other couple games, looked really good today, solid in the midfield. I think that this was the first game where I thought, okay, he really deserves to be here. He fits in. He has earned a spot. Arfson really wasn't challenged today in the first half, and honestly, the whole game, just because, Saudi doesn't really have anybody that could challenge him. He wasn't really tested today. You saw the speed. And by the way, I've never seen a left back in my entire life have the possession is more than him. He has so many touches, it's insane. You think he's Lionel Messi, as many touches as he has. He's not very good. He's very awkward, but I mean, it wasn't his worst game. He really wasn't challenged. I thought Luna didn't play very well in the first half. He was okay. I mean, he was hustling as normal, but he just really wasn't able to create anything. I didn't think he had that great of a first half either. Matt Freese was pretty good in the first half. Now, moving on to the second half, this is where I honestly thought for a second, okay, is this game going to end in a draw, a 0-0 draw? I mean, is this really what's going to happen? The first team we play that's somewhat decent, if you want to call it that, in this tournament, the group stage, Saudi Arabia, we're going to lose them. And keep in mind, some of their players are out for Al Hilal in the Club World Cup. Now, we have some players out too. I'm not saying we don't, but they do as well. So it's not like we're just beating a great team. We should be, even with these guys, be able to handle them and manage them pretty easily, I would say. But it looked like it was going to be a draw at first. It looked like it was going to be a draw again, a 0-0 draw. And I'm thinking, oh, God, this is a bad precursor for what's to come in the Gold Cup. But after all that, we were able to get a goal in the 63rd minute. Chris Richards, set piece from Sebastian Berhalter. Beautiful ball. And we were able to finally get on the board. Finally, we just have no attacking prowess with this team because we don't have a striker on this roster right now. At least not, Haji Wright wasn't in there. That's who I would like to see up top. But Ajimong isn't the guy. Brian White isn't the guy. We have no attacking prowess. We were able to find the back of the net. And I'm glad that even with the adversity of us playing like terribly in the first half, we were able to put together, look a lot better. Chris Richards gets the goal. In the 62nd minute, Tyler Adams came in. Damian Downs came in. Damian Downs looked good on the right side. We played with two strikers up top. He looked good on the right side. Pacey, confident with the ball. I think he looks a lot better than Ajimong. I would much rather, even if he's got hiccups, he's got to develop a little bit more. I would rather ride with Damian Downs than Ajimong at this point, just because he's 21. Patrick Ajimong's 25. I don't think he's really got that much left in the tank, as far as not left in the tank, but potential. He doesn't have much more potential. He kind of is who he is. Damian Downs could be a guy. So I would rather roll with Damian Downs and see what he could do for the USMNT than keep trying Ajimong up top. Tyler Adams, obviously confident. When he's in the game, you just kind of feel a sense of relief. I think that, Tyler Adams has got to start the next game, by the way. Brendan Aronson came in for Diego Luna, didn't really do much. Miles Robinson came in instead of Mark McKenzie, which was surprising. I think that's interesting to keep an eye on, that maybe that Pochettino rates Miles Robinson higher than Mark McKenzie. It's kind of a red flag. I'm not going to lie to you, but that's kind of where we're at right now. We didn't see John Tolkien, which was a little bit surprising. I would have liked to see John Tolkien come in for Arfsen at some point, but we didn't see him again. Not really sure what's going on there. I thought Matt Freese, I mentioned this earlier, it was good. I like Matt Freese. I think Matt Freese could be our guy going forward. He's just more confident. He's in better form than Matt Turner is at this point. And I think you got to roll with the hot hand. I like Matt Freese. I say you roll with Matt Freese and just see what happens. You roll with Matt Freese and you see what happens. This wasn't a great game. It wasn't a great game, but we found a way to win, and that's the most important thing. And now that we did this, we're in the driver's seat for our group. We're most likely going to be the 1 seed, and then we're not going to have to face Mexico in the next round, which is key because I don't want to get bounced in the second round or the knockout round. I want to try to play someone in the final or at least make it the semifinals. Not trying to get bounced early. So, as far as where this team is, so takeaways so far from this team, I don't really know. Because this team really, the two friendlies against Switzerland and Turkey had me feeling a certain type of way because of how bad we played. And then we're beating Trinidad 5-0. We beat Saudi 1-0. I mean, I don't really feel good or bad. I just kind of feel the same, neutral. I won't feel good about this team until I see us beat a Canada or Mexico. And honestly, if you'd said that in years past that you don't feel good until you beat one of those teams, that would be considered down bad because we're expected to beat those teams, or we should be. But that was a different time. We're not expected to beat those teams like we used to be, or at least it's not a guarantee. So I don't really know how I feel so far. I mean, I'm still it's a question mark this far. I want to know what you guys think. How do you feel so far about the USMNT in the Gold Cup through 2 matches in the group stage? Are you feeling good, bad, indifferent? Let me know down below. As far as Haiti, what would I change for the next game? I would get Ajimong out of there. I would either start Damian Downs if you can, or Haji right up top. I would play Tyler Adams. I'd probably put him in for Luca De La Torre, even though I think De La Torre has looked pretty good in the games he's played. Give him a break. I would start Tyler Adams. I would maybe give Diego Luna a break too and start Brendan Aronson just to give him a break. I'd really like to see John Tolkien. I want to see what he can do on the left side. I would like to see John Tolkien play for Arvston and just see what he can do. But other than that, I'm pretty good with the lineup. Maybe even Mark McKenzie. I want to see Mark McKenzie again with Chris Richards too, I guess. I would like to see that, even though they're not going to be tested as much probably against Haiti. But I would like to see Mark McKenzie get another chance to play. But guys, I don't know how I feel so far. I mean, we're ahead of the table. You're supposed to be, or the group. We got 6 points. But there's still just so many question marks. And I just don't know how to really feel about this team. I guess we'll see going forward and see if we can win the Gold Cup, which that should be the expectations, but we will see if we can do it. Let me know down below, who was your worst player in this game? Was it Bambi? Was it someone else? Let me know down below. And how are you feeling about the USMNT through the first 2 games? We'll see what happens. We play Haiti next in a couple of days, and hopefully we're able to get 9 points. We haven't lost a game in the group stage in like 21 matches. Hopefully that trend continues and we get a win. But until next time, guys, I will see you all soon.